Evenings LALate with your first of a doubleheader of a live broadcast tonight, followed by the new hit show Hazard Pay on at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is Evening's Check that runs from 6 to 7 to 6:30 that goes over your second stimulus check, your first stimulus check, your SSI and SSDI, and the now no less than 7 executive orders that have become law this week for stimulus. After this, at 6:30, I come back alive again with third stimulus. This is Biden's stimulus, the big stimulus package that has another stimulus check in there, has hazard pay, has business grants, has business loans, and has more. That's at 6:30. Then I come back at 10 o'clock East Pacific Standard Time with the new hit show Hazard Pay, followed at 1 a.m. I followed thereafter with EIDL, which I think for the first time ever will be moved up to an evening time slot. EIDL will be in the evening time slot. And then FPUC will return at 2 a.m. before early mornings LA. I'm so excited for you. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe because I don't want you to miss a video. Also, hit that alert button so you get alert when I next go live after this recording, 30 minutes into it. And also like this video. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member by clicking the member link in the description tab at the top of the chat and also in the pinned comment. This video is airing live if you're watching it at 6 o'clock and thereafter is archived. Boy, what a night it is, as a lot of stuff is unfolding about your second stimulus, first stimulus, and also now executive order stimulus. We started the week with two stimulus laws, first stimulus and second stimulus. We end the week with that plus now 7 stimulus laws on top of that. No less than about 9 stimulus laws that you have on the books now. What are the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh? Let's go over them right now. First, eviction moratorium is now a executive order removed from the third stimulus package and made into executive order law. It says that the CDC eviction moratorium that has been in place since about October of last year is now extended to about the fall of this year. You need to print out the CDC form and give it to your landlord. Second, the mortgage forbearance is now executive order law as well. That's removed from the third stimulus package. And so if you have a federally backed mortgage, your mortgage is now protected. That is now executive order law as well. Number 2. Number 3. Student loan debt repayment moratorium. You do not have to pay principal interest now for several months. That is now executive order law as well. We're not done there yet. Number 4, SNAP benefits increases for 15% for an additional 6 months is the fourth new executive order law. How does that work? Under the second stimulus package, SNAP benefits were increased for 15% for January to June. Joe Biden has now made it June also to December. What is SNAP? SNAP is food. How much does it cost? Family of 4 in Hawaii, $1,400 a month approximately. What are you now going to get? You're now going to get 1 year. This is incredible. Incredible. 1 year of SNAP benefits increase at 15%. And there's more. Item number 5, PEBT, which is tied to SNAP. It is now national and it is now increased. If you have a child that has to stay home because of the pandemic from school, the school is closed because of COVID, now you can get PEBT, not just at the usual approximately $114 a month, but now with a 15% increase on top of that every month. Wow. So a family of 4 can get a big increase of 15% for 12 months, and you can get that child's money, and you can also get an increase for that child's money. That's executive order law number 5. Order number 6 is if you work for a federal contractor. What is a federal contractor? It's not a federal employee. It's a third-party independent contractor that comes in to do something for the federal government. I always use the example of the landscape company. Landscape company hired by the federal government to mow the lawn. They hired you as of earlier this week at $8 an hour, not paying you paid sick leave. Well, guess what? Joe Biden changed that with executive order number 6. They now have to pay you $15 an hour and give you paid sick leave, which is up to $1,400 a week under the third stimulus package. Wow, wow, wow. This is incredible great news. So now you see how things have really changed very quickly. We started the week with just the first stimulus package of March of last year, the second stimulus package from December of last year, and now we have 6 stimulus laws on top of that, and we may not be done. Joe Biden has done exactly what he said he would do from the month of January to the present. Now, as to what he said during the campaign and what he said during the transition papers, not so much. That's the video after this. On third stimulus package, we're going to go over what the Purple Power's new push, push, push is on that show, which is, of course, called Purple. We'll go over what is not in the third stimulus package that was promised to be in the third stimulus package. But let's continue back with what also unfolded this week and today. I told you that unpaid items under the second stimulus package that were unpaid would get paid. Well, guess what? They're getting paid. Let's go over each of them one at a time. First, stimulus checks. People have not gotten the first stimulus check of March last year, $1,200, and some have not gotten the second stimulus check of December at $600. Let me explain what Joe Biden's doing. Treasury is stepping in and saying, hey, we're going to have 2 fix-its for the stimulus check. The first fix-it is we will set up a website for you to request it, and the second fix-it is you make a request for it on your tax return. That'll basically trigger a tax refund or reduction in your tax liability of the amount of that unpaid stimulus check. They're encouraging people who want this, that think they qualify for a refund, to get their tax return on file the very first day you can file, which is February 12th. For more about that, go to irs.gov. Look in the upper left corner. There is a page link to read about direct economic impact checks and tracking them and the solution. That's the first one. The second one, unpaid SNAP, unpaid FPUC, unpaid UI, and unpaid PUA. Joe Biden is telling all his cabinet members, step in and make sure all the second stimulus stuff that's unpaid, paid. The third one, you know what I'm about to say, is rent. Rent finally started to happen today, exactly as I told you it was going to happen. I mean, every single thing I've been telling you since October has exactly happened, exactly to the minute and to the day. And rent, I told you, was going to happen this week, and it did. Now, let me explain some confusion that I'm getting from some viewers about rent. I'm going to start with the correct thing at the top so you hear the correct thing first. To get rent from the second stimulus package, you get it from your city and county. Under third stimulus package, which was not yet law or bill yet, emoji emoji, that will come from you applying to the federal government. Under first stimulus package rent, you reach out to the volunteers. They can get it by helping you do it the simple way. But for the second stimulus package rent that heated up today, viewers got very, 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 very confused about this. They thought that the rent for the second stimulus is somehow run by Treasury, and that they wanted to read how to apply at Treasury for rent. No, no, no. You apply for the rent at your city and county. I mean, this is what I've been saying for months and months and months. The rent for second stimulus will be at your city or county. You call 211 or 311. The money won't be there today. It won't be there on Monday. It'll take a few days. The guidance as to how they determine who gets the money is law delineated by Treasury. That's just guidance. That's not the application. They're just telling you how you do this. So very, very simple on that one. Also, utilities, same thing. What do we know about this rent that I could explain to you that's sort of simple? We know that the rent will pay past due rent of 12 months up to the future. It may not pay more than 3 months into the future, but only been based upon if they have extra money sitting around, but it will pay 12 months to the forward. The eligibility is really two major qualifications: a reduction of your earned income, so you have to be working, or an increase in your expenses. So you can't be a person that looks exactly the same this year as you did last year. You have to have more expenses to impact your eligibility. All right, so then what is not yet being done under the second stimulus package? Free broadband, meaning free internet, free childcare, EIDL grant 2021, and EIDL grant agricultural, and EIDL low income grant 2021 as well. I'll have an update for you at the 15-minute mark, but let me turn to the last thing that they're now paying for that they haven't paid as well. I told you a week ago today that it would go live this last Monday. It didn't. It went live on Tuesday. And what is it? The EIDL grant for 2020 applicants. I had told you that SBU is going to open up the EIDL grant and pay unpaid 2020 applicants, not 2021. That's exactly what they're doing. So this is what they're doing. They are paying people who are low income 2020 low income community applicants from 2021 their EIDL grant. And once they get through done with those, then they're going to pay the remainder of the 2020 applicants who are not low income community businesses. And then when they're done with that, then they'll turn to the 2021 applicants. What's going on? They have money and they're not particularly doing exactly what the second stimulus package said, which is, hey, let's have some new grants you can apply for. They say no. You can, as a 2021 applicant watching this video in January, apply for a grant program. We have to pay the people that were unpaid from last year. So that's what they're doing. Finally, SSI and SSDI. The $2,400 of SSI and SSDI, that still remains a standalone bill. Have to have patience. Have to have patience. Everything is one step at a time. The $1,400 of the third stimulus package, the waiting for the $600 stimulus check for the second stimulus package, the waiting for the EIDL. If there's anything I can tell the viewers of this channel, stay patient, stay calm, stay focused, and stay smiling. Now at the 13-minute mark, let me give you a big update where we are on Evenings LA. What a day it is. This is Evenings LA, and I'm so excited for you. Finally, the big items of third stimulus that could go by executive order went by executive order. No less than 7 executive orders were announced this week about stimulus, bringing the total stimulus bills on pack to nearly 9. 9 stimulus bills. Because Joe Biden understood that certain things don't have to sit around for bills, they can just come out by executive order and become law. But the day also featured Joe Biden telling his cabinet members, pay up on unpaid items from the first and second stimulus package. And this is really, really big news. You have been waiting for this to happen, and it finally happened. Now, where you are today, if you were looking for that check, you're looking for that missing check, go to irs.gov and look for that direct impact payment page, and it'll give you guidance on the 2 possibilities. If you've not subscribed to this video now at the 15-minute mark, consider subscribing. Like this, subscribe to this channel. Consider subscribing. Like this video. Hit that alert, because I'm next live at 3 in about 15 minutes from now with third stimulus. Big updates with third stimulus. Also, if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Click the member link to become a Purple Power, Calcino VIP, or Purple Hawk. All right, now let's get to some of the deliciousness of what's happening next. What's happening next is there's really a series of items that still have to get paid. And, it's taking some time with a lot of these things. And under second stimulus, when we look at it, we're wondering, how long for rent? How long for utilities? How long for internet? How long for childcare? And what about low-income agricultural and those things? This is my advice, and this is how we deal with it. First, rent, utilities, reach out to the volunteers in the pinned comment to this video. Don't wait around for second stimulus to land where it's hitting. Thank you, Snow Tiger. Don't wait for this rent to land in your city and county. And you know why? You saw the eligibility. I showed you the eligibility this morning in a pinned comment on the community page. It's just a little overwhelming. It's a little overwhelming for this rent eligibility. Reach out to the volunteers to just get rent the easiest way you can. Next, the inability of SBA to get the EIDL new applicants up and running suggests to me that you need to really focus on third stimulus. Third stimulus, because that could actually come out before they get the money from second stimulus in its position. And if you want money right now for a business, consider PPP. What changed later this week, just to yesterday and today, is that commercial banks, your big banks on the corner of your neighborhood, they are now doing PPP applications, which they were not doing a few weeks ago. And there you go. No one in California knows how to handle rent grants third round. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that even means. I don't know how to do it because I don't even know what that question meant. One of the videos earlier today, I made a mistake where someone was talking about adult dependents filing their tax return and my adult dependent paying. This is not a tax return channel, so I looked that up after I said it and I butchered it. So I did butcher that, but it's like, I'm not your tax preparer, so that I don't even know how I went from stimulus to how an adult dependent files a tax return. I just should not have even gone there. So yeah, something like that. It says Ann on the Instagram. Yeah, something like that. Not really important. Uh, so at the 16-minute mark, let me tell you, it means where people are directing us to transferring around and all we have no idea where to talk to. Oh, okay. Um, so now, what could happen next? When will we see the $1,400? Lakeisha, when will you see the $1,400? I don't know. I see that donut emoji. I see that donut emoji. I mean, I see the donut emoji for the $1,400. When is the SSI going to be voted on? Donut emoji. When is the SSI $2,400 being sent out? Donut emoji. They signed that bill yet for the third stimulus? Donut emoji. How do I get that hazard pay? Donut emoji. Yeah, it's, that's how life is at the moment. Life is sometimes a donut emoji across the board. There was uh let's turn to third stimulus and the items that could come out of third stimulus and turn into executive order. There's a series of items that could still turn into executive order next week. And what are they? Well, I think paid sick leave for federal could turn into executive order. I think student aid supplement could potentially turn into a federal executive order. I know hazard pay for public sector, at least for federal employees, could absolutely be a executive order. And that is why things are changing very quickly. Why things are changing very quickly is Joe Biden wants to get as much stimulus into this economy as quickly as possible. And when you sign an executive order on a Friday among six others that you signed this week, you're literally sending stimulus out as far as you can send it. What I haven't said in a while is that you cannot do an executive order to send out money from Treasury. You cannot just say, hey, sign Joe Biden, take money out of the bank, put it in the mail, and send it to my viewers. No, can't do that. No bueno. Hey, Jen. Hey, welcome to the family. Welcome, Jen, to becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Jen to the family. So you can't just take money out of Treasury and just put it in the mail. And so sometimes people sort of drop these comments. Why can't he just send it to do an executive order, send us some money? I want him to just, send me something. Maybe send you an autograph. Executive orders autographs. I don't know. So no, can't do that. The next thing is the next thing is you're sort of starting to see a lot of things tied up to a tax return. You know, we would never talk about tax returns. Everyone welcome Jen to the family. Welcome Jen. If you're not become a member, also become a member with the same links that Jen clicked on. We're talking a lot about tax returns on this channel. Why? Because a lot of these things may be solved by tax returns. One, unpaid stimulus checks may be solved by a tax return. They'll send you the stimulus check. Two, hey Keith, thank you for the happy face. I really appreciate it. Two, the tax return may trigger these third stimulus tax credits that we're going to be going over in the video after this. And finally, the tax return may actually tell IRS where you are. You know, I've always had a lot of viewers say, I was this, I'm no longer that. I was married, I'm now single. Or, I now have 5 kids. That's why you have a tax return. I know you're not required to file tax return because you made no money last year, but you may want to file tax return because of all the things that are covered in these stimulus packages. Now, the 20-minute mark, let me answer some of your questions um, for let me answer some of your questions for second and first stimulus. Um, Third stimulus, leave the questions for the video after this. And of course, the question is, when am I getting this money? I'm just gonna say emoji. I'm just gonna say emoji. $1,400 emoji. There you go. Moolahs for foolahs. That's hysterical. Donut, 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 donut. Not Bill yet. Yes, not Bill yet. Where does my daughter sign up for EITC? Do you mean P? What is EITC? I don't even know what EITC is. Do you mean PBET? Is that a typo? I don't know. Post it again if you meant PEBT. If it's PEBT, you reach out to Department of Agriculture. Call them up or 211. Earned income tax credit. That's a third stimulus. That's third stimulus. We'll come to that on the video after this. I'm so excited. I want my $1,400 next week. Please. I'm sure you do. You're not going to get it next week. Donut. Just not going to get it next week. Uh, Stop it with the donuts. One now. I'm not the one posting the talent of emojis. A hospital sent me and I filed tax on it. I don't know what that says. Um, D's 207, you have your own special LA donut emoji, so you don't have to use third-party donut emojis. D's has like a chocolate-covered donut emojis. I don't. He's getting that from somewhere else. Or mine is sort of a sprinkle covered donuts. I have several questions for you. Please message me because I'm not sure how to message you directly. Keith, drop the question right here. We're right here. So they just stopped talking about retro for unemployment. That's a great question. So yeah, somewhere around last weekend was the first time that I saw anything for the third stimulus package. And the third stimulus package is going to be 6,000 plus pages, and I got one of the very rare 30-page summaries of that third stimulus package, and in there it said $400 a week, and it talked about recommendations. It said it was not going to do anything hard and fast. That was basically saying, hey, I'm not going to decide. I'm going to leave Congress up to decide. But on Monday, Janet Yellen came out and said, oh, it's definitely $400 a week going forward. Janet, that's not what Joe's paper said last Saturday. So they haven't put it in stone yet, but that's why I'm talking about it. You have all the donuts, and I'm just sitting here with an auto carrot. uh, so the EIDL does cause a lot of auto carrot. Autocorrect. Oh, I see. Autocare is an autocorrect. I didn't get that. Going forward from when? That's a great question. When is the unemployment going forward from when? From January. What is going on? I don't know. What is going on? Shady says, "What's going on?" I don't know. What's going on? So no $1,400 now. No, there's no $1,400 coming in the next 2 hours. No, it's not coming in the next 2 hours. The $1,400. Where can I find the EIDL? Where can I find the PDF, sir? I will repost them between this video and evenings and the next video, purple. So I'll repost it in about 10 minutes on the youtube.com/LA/community page. If you've subscribed, in addition to, excuse me, if you have the alert set, which is that bell, in addition to becoming a member, you'll actually get an alert to your email and it'll say, hey, there's this. Um, you know what I mean. Is he still going to give us $1,400? Yes, of course. $1,400 is in the third stimulus package. $1,400 single individuals, $2,800 married couple, $3,200 adult dependents. But the push is that that's not enough. You're at least going to get that. But the push is that that is not enough. So yeah, that's certainly what I mean. No questions about third stimulus. That's the video right after this, 5 minutes. But absolutely, donut. Susan Sprinkles. There we go. Uh, I thought did he do the $1,400 by executive order today? No, he did not do the $1,400 by executive order today. Could be more. It could be more. Absolutely could be more. There's been a big discussion that that was not what was so promised. And it wasn't. Uh, During the transition time, we were let's go back. I mean, shall we? Shall we go back to what happened in December? The Cash Act in December was a fix-it bill to fix things of stimulus checks between the first, excuse me, between the second and the third stimulus package. The Cash Act was to say, hey, you're trying to do that $600 stimulus check in December. It's not enough. So let's fix it before we get to the third stimulus package. And they almost got it passed, and then they're like, you know what? We'll just put the Cash Act into the third stimulus package, along with the new stimulus check. And so, no less than 2 weeks ago, Chuck Schumer said, yeah, the third stimulus package will have a stimulus check in there, and 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 a stimulus check and the Cash Act, not or. And so suddenly, when Joe Biden's bill provision came out over the weekend, it was like, oh, wait a second, there's no stimulus check in there. There's this Cash Act. Cash Act was not supposed to be in the third. Cash Act was not supposed to be the stimulus check. It was supposed to just be the Cash Act. And so now some people are asking, why are these strange numbers? What is this $1,400? What is this $3,200? What is this $3,400? And viewers are getting confused right now. So let me explain what's going on. In December, they said, well, you really should be getting $2,000. It shouldn't be $600. So we want to fix it by giving you some more money to get to $2,000. Well, the way you get from $600 to $2,000 is $1,400. So they said, we'll give you another $1,400 to get you to $2,000. Okay, Cash Act. And then they said adult dependents, they need to get caught up as well. Well, they didn't get it done. So then Chuck Schumer said, yeah, there'll be the third stimulus package. It'll have the Cash Act and it'll have a stimulus check. Well, stimulus check, $2,000, and Cash Act, $1,400, is $3,400 for a single individual. Well, then we got the draft of the bill, and it says, no, $1,400 is a stimulus check and $3,200 for adult dependents. So suddenly they took out the $2,000 stimulus check and they say, we'll just give you Cash Act. No bueno. No bueno. So we're going to have to pushing. Absolutely. Hashtag MSC, hashtag Purple Power, hashtag LLA. And then the next campaign is hashtag FPUC Retro, hashtag LLA, hashtag Purple Power. No one understands the FPUC. It doesn't make any sense. It's just very, very bizarro. Joe Biden's transition papers always said retro, always said $600, and then suddenly he says $400. It's just weird. It's just, where did $400 come from? It's just so weird. It's just Jekyll and Hyde weird. It's like, where did $400 come from? He always said $600. And Nancy Pelosi all last year, she said exactly $600 my way, the highway. I mean, you've been with me for a few minutes, so you remember every single time she turned down a Steve Mnuchin offer of $400 a week. It has to be $600, or I don't want it. It has to be $600. Now Joe Biden's doing $400. What? Doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. It's wacky. I don't understand what's going on. It's just very strange. So there you are. Um, what the chuck? So there you are at the 30-minute mark. What a night it is. Tax season starts February 12th. It does. It starts February 12th. Um, so that about the $200 for SSI? No, that would be standalone bill. When do the taxes? Taxes start February 12th. The earliest you can file a tax return is February 12th. Good question. When could be the right time to file taxes? Well, IRS, early in this video, I said that IRS is saying if you are missing a stimulus check, you haven't gotten paid a stimulus check, then they have two solutions. One for you to request it, but do not have that request live, or you to file your tax return on the very first day you can, which is February 12th, and ask for a refund for an unpaid stimulus check. I'm next live in 5 minutes from now with Purple, which is third stimulus on Purple. That will be the big recording. And then after that, I am an instant premiere at 10 o'clock with 10 o'clock and then 10:30 with Hazard Pay and EIDL. I just received my stimulus today, says Julia. Well, there you go. There you are. Moo, says Lynetta. Cracking me up. Hey, Stacy, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Stacy to the room. Hello, Stacy. How are you? Stacy. And now at the 31-minute mark, let me give you a big update across the board. The big update as you sit here tonight is that Joe Biden took no less than that's 6 figures, 7 items out of the third stimulus package and made them as executive orders. So he removed them out of the third stimulus package and made them executive orders as law. Everyone welcome Stacey to the room and the family. And so you now have 9 stimulus packages. You had the 2 before, and now you have 9 on top of that. And this is just all sort of shocking. But he may not be done yet. He still could do more of that. In the video after this, I go over third stimulus. Meantime, we're still waiting to see the third stimulus package bill. So take this video and tag it and post it on social media and use the hashtags MSC, hashtags Purple Power, or hashtags FPUC Retro, because you're owed a little bit more, as they so promise, than they're so preparing to do in the third stimulus package. Stay informed, stay focused, stay with me, and I'll see you in just a few minutes on the continuation of the show on Purple. Have a great evening.